I think Strathbogie is known for restraint and elegance, and certainly aromatics. Victoria is in the southernmost part of the Australian mainland, so right down in the coolest pocket of Australia. The Strathbogie Ranges are up in the northeast corner of Victoria, so nice and elevated, about 500 metres above sea level, and up near our snowfields in the northeast. I moved up here in March '06, which was a big change from the high-rise lawyer job in inner city Melbourne. And yeah, haven't looked back. Absolutely love it. The Strathbogies are decomposed granite, ancient soil, older than the dirt that makes up France, so really nutrient poor and weathered. So really difficult to grow grass, and low carrying capacity as farmers. We sheep farm as well. Fowles Wine is fundamentally about the Strathbogie Ranges, so this region. And then we have two kind of streams of thinking. We've got this probably a more traditional approach, a regional approach, where we don't blend and we want the purity of the variety to show through. And then on the other hand, we make these wines to match the food, and we'll use any trick, I guess, or any skill we'll do whatever it takes to match it to food. In the case of ladies who shoot their lunch, if we need more aromatic intensity, we'll blend Viognier into it, or we'll blend Gewürztraminer into our Chardonnay, which isn't often done. But if you're making a wine to match up meat, you need those additional elements. You think differently about how you're making a wine to match the meat. So the philosophies are kind of split, but fundamentally it's about the home. So this is our Stone Dwellers Chardonnay. Chardonnay is one of the lead varieties in the Strathbogies, and we make the Stone Dwellers in a way that celebrates the region. So we're looking for clarity of fruit.
And you use large French oak, and a lot of it older large French oak.
That's right. So the brief with Stone Dwellers is to highlight the terroir. Because of that, we want the fruit to shine through, we want the region to shine through in the season.
Let's give it a try. The aromas are just really gentle, really lovely.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
We harvest over a number of weeks, and we're looking for a great spectrum, blend of different aromas. With a wine like Stone Dwellers, it's 100% varietal, so we want to build complexity in there. So we want that minerally, citrusy notes together with those riper notes of tropical fruits and so on.
And then it really carries through on the palate too, because you've got this beautiful richness from the ripe fruit, but just fresh acidity.
That's right. And then we have these other little layers of complexity as well. Obviously it's new oak, a little bit of lees stirring as well, a little bit of malolactic fermentation. So again, we want that fruit to shine through, but we want these layers of complexity that Chardonnay loves so much.
Do you have any favourite pairings with the Chardonnay?
Yeah, the Strathbogie Ranges is a great place to hunt meat. Typically I hunt introduced animals instead of native animals because we're compelled to control them anyway. And for me it was about understanding where your meat and your food and your wine comes from. So it's getting back to the source, treating it with respect, and then what I've found is it's really easy to do, so it's a great pleasure as well. I think the Chardonnay pairs nicely with the rabbit because I think the texture of Chardonnay is great with rabbit, but also rabbit is a white meat, and it's not a rule, but it's part of the building blocks of food and wine matching, and I just happen to like this combination of texture and flavour. So it also depends what you're doing with the rabbit. If you put it in a tomato-based sauce, maybe we'd be doing a Shiraz or something like that. I think the key feature of Strathbogie Shiraz, again, it's that level of restraint, but also these pronounced aromatics.
It's dark fruit, there's some blackberry in there too.
There's a nice savoury layer in there as well, and I think that comes from the 140-year-old English oak casks we age them in, which is a bit unusual. They used to be port casks.
And when you're talking large, you're talking about 5,000 litres,
Yeah,
which is
I'm a
20
tall guy.
regular barrels.
That's right, and I'm a tall guy, 6'4", and I can stand up inside them, so
wow.
they're big, yeah. There's nothing more satisfying than coming home with a rabbit and being able to put that on the table with the beautiful wine. It's a real experience for people because people don't often get wild meat, so to do that together is just one of the greatest joys.